Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. We've got another Star Wars Black Series review up today as we take a look at Bastila SHAN, your right-hand woman in the Knights of the Old Republic video game. Let's take a look. So Bastila here is a brand new figure from top to bottom and comes with a single accessory, that awesome yellow double-bladed lightsaber. And as you can see here, she's been designed to fit into kind of some more acrobatic poses, which is something you'd expect of our double-bladed lightsaber users, which I think is definitely one of the big highlights and strengths for this figure. Okay, so pulling Bastila up close and removing that lightsaber for just a moment, we see that there's a lot of really great detail on this figure. The robes and armor have been done in kind of a rubbery plastic, which I think works better than perhaps the soft good alternative. And we see here that we are getting on the knees that nice double jointed effect. However, our pins are visible. Not a big fan of that. We do also, if you bend those elbows, only get at about the 90-degree point, which for someone who's going to be doing a little bit more of some acrobatic posing, and despite the butterfly joints we get in the shoulders, I would love to see a little bit more in that elbow. That said, these rubber pieces don't inhibit movement, but there is kind of a disadvantage here with the neck, which I've just modeled, is that head can pop off pretty easily if you bend that down in the up or down direction, really. And you'll notice, as you can kind of see here, the ball joint is actually visible for the figure through the neck here. So if Bastila is in any pose where she's looking up, you actually are in danger of the head popping off or that ball joint being visible. So I think those are kind of the glaring weaknesses for this figure. It's a little bit sad, as I'm a big fan of everything else, and especially seeing, you know, a deep cut like this get made. So it's definitely something I wanted to call out. If we pull that lightsaber up close to the camera, we do have some really nice detail. Also super cool to see the yellow blades on there. You'll have to correct me, but I think this might be the first time we're seeing that. So definitely cool to see those other colors, as well as the size here. As you'll note, it is taller than Bastila herself. For her hands there, she's able to hold things quite nicely, and we get some good wrist articulation as well. So with the exception of the neck, as well as, you know, the visible pins there in the knee, we have everything that we really need to get some nice posing for this figure. And her boots, despite being high-heeled, which is kind of goofy for a figure that's going to be doing flips and running around all over the place, we're able to get some really nice posing and kind of some deeper articulation there, while still maintaining our balance, which is definitely something for figures like Jaina Solo or Mara Jade, something that was lacking. So some good positives, some low negatives, but all in all, I do think this figure is a win, and certainly seeing a character like Bastila get made, I think is a big victory for Black Series and, you know, old school Knights of the Old Republic fans. When we stack Bastila up, she also looks really great alongside Revan here. And this really gives me hope, alongside our Darth Malak release, that we're going to see more and more of our Knights of the Old Republic figures get made here. So if I had to guess on who we might see next, I'm going to guess a Mission Vow, and then maybe, you know, Carth Onasi. We'll see if they get to Canderous. But it's definitely awesome seeing all of these really old characters get made, and see more and more of our old kind of Legends material really come back to the surface. Gives hope for, you know, your Kyle Katarn to get made. So I think the future definitely is bright with a figure like this. That all said, let me know your thoughts on this release. If this is one that you're going to be picking up, if you agree with the points that I've made here, or if you feel I've come short in some way. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out some of the other content up on the channel. We've got other reviews of our recent Black Series releases, as well as a whole playlist of different tips and tricks for building out action figures of your own. So make sure to check those out.